The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There is a man living in Tel Aviv. He's a very religious man, a frum man. He's a wonderful person. And he has a cousin. The cousin, their family did not remain religious. Their family really cast off the yoke of Yiddishkeit. When they would get together, the religious cousins and the cousins that were not, oftentimes there were disputes, there were comments made back and forth. It wasn't always an easy conversation. This Cholamoid, Sukkos, the cousin that's religious, the Dati, is sitting in his sukkah. His cousin, a young woman, knocks on the sukkah door. He opens the sukkah door. He sees her. He wonders why she's here. It's not a family gathering. It's in the middle of Sukkos, and she came to the sukkah. He was very happy to see her. He says, "Oh, how are you? Chag Sameach." She said, "Would you mind if I come in and ask you a few questions?" He said no. He thought to himself, this is not her usual comportment. This is not how she usually speaks to him, in a challenging, confronting way. This was different. She sat down and she said, I feel like I want to be a little bit closer to Hashem, to Borei Olam. Could you tell me, what is it, the main things about being religious, about a religious life, Jewish woman? He began to speak to her. He began to tell her the mainstays of Judaism, Shabbos, Kashrus, Taras HaMishpacha, and he spoke to her about the holiness of Shabbos. He spoke to her about a Jewish woman and how a Jewish woman, kol kavuda bas melech penima, the idea of being modest, the idea of being humble, and how we comport ourselves. She listened for 2 hours. After that, she thanked him profusely and left. This young woman went to the party that was held on Simchas Torah in Eretz Yisrael, that fateful party that so much happened and changed the world. She was in the middle of the party, and she began to feel that, I don't know, it's not the right atmosphere. I just heard my cousin talk about the holiness of Shabbat, and look where I'm at. And she began to feel a little bit ill at ease. So she said to her friend, I would like to leave. I think we should go. The friend said, go. You paid the money for the ticket. I paid the money for the ticket. We're having a good time. Look at all these people. What do you mean go? She said, if you don't mind, I just not feeling at ease. I'd like to go. The friend said, were you Meshuggah? Were you crazy? Let's stay. We'll leave later. The cousin said, no, I'm going to leave. If you don't want to leave, you could stay here. I'll go myself. The friend said, all right. I came with you, I'll go home with you, but I don't know why we're doing this. They walked. After they walked away, and they were 16 minutes on the road, they began to hear explosions. They heard bullets. They heard all the commotion. They didn't know what happened. The Mishtara, the police, were coming, speeding down the road. Police stopped for a second. What are you two doing? Run! Run as fast as you can! They both ran. They saved their lives. The people that were together with them, standing in the same place in the party, they are no longer here in this world. Our Mishnah tells us a person should always be open to learning, open to experiencing, open to growing. Sometimes that openness, that learning, that experiencing, that growing can save our lives.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org